Good morning. Hope is everything. It is Tuesday, the 11th of April. And if I look tired and have circles under my eyes, it's because I am. It's Easter week is a marathon, without a doubt. And add to that, Charlie's in the background. Charlie is joining us. Add to that the difficulty and pain of having to do a funeral for a 55-year-old guy who's become a friend. And, a loss to many, but especially to Carrie Garwood. And that's her brother, Chris. And we're doing service today, a memorial service, a funeral service. And that will be at 4:00 today at Bethany. I wanted to write about prayer today because I've been praying a lot of prayers for people, prayers of listening. And today's message basically has as much to do with listening as it does to anything else. I think we sometimes turn prayer into work, and I'm thinking of it more these days as a way of listening. Fran, good morning. Darlene, good morning. And to everyone else who joins us. The reading that I picked is from Luke 18, verse 13. And I love this reading because it comes from a parable Jesus tells about humility in prayer. But the tax collector stood at a distance and dared not even lift his eyes to heaven as he prayed. Instead, he beat his chest in sorrow, saying, "O God, be merciful to me, for I am a sinner." Part of this, I want to say thanks to Phil Yancey, who has inspired me so much on understanding prayer, which is ongoing. Humanity is distinctive in at least three ways, according to W.H. Auden, the poet. We are the only animals who work, laugh, and pray. I have found that Auden's list is a good summary for self-reflection. At work, Christians unabashedly excel. There was the great invention of the Protestant work ethic, after all. We value the work ethic so highly, in fact, that we let it gobble up everything in sight. In fact, even the church often runs like a corporation. Our quiet times can often fit into a daytimer schedule, ideally on a mobile app. Pastors maintain a hectic pace of Japanese executives. Work has become for Christians the only sanctioned addiction. The art of prayer we should have mastered by now. But I have my doubts. It's tempting to turn prayer into another form of work, which may explain why prayer so often consists mainly of intercession, that is, asking or telling God what's needed. All too rarely do we just get around to listening. I've noticed that in biblical prayers, as seen, for example, in the Psalms, they tend to wander. They're repetitive. They're unstructured. They're closer to a conversation you might hear in a barbershop. Or maybe a shopping list of things, whole collection. I've learned more about prayer from some Catholic writers who better grasp prayer as an act of worship, an act of conversation. Oddly, for those who do it all day, like Thomas Merton, prayer seems less like a chore and more like an ever never-ending talk with God. In laughter, which is the third thing that Auden mentioned, Christians trail behind the rest of the world. Christians have a great advantage over other people, C.S. Lewis wrote, not by being less fallen than they are, nor less doomed to live in a fallen world, but by knowing that they are fallen creatures in a fallen world. For this reason, I think we dare not forget how to laugh at ourselves. One can only parody what one respects, just as one can only blaspheme if one believes. It occurs to me, in fact, that laughter has much in common with prayer. In both, we stand on equal ground, freely acknowledging ourselves as fallen creatures. We take ourselves less seriously. We think of our creatureliness. Work divides and ranks. Laughter and prayer unite. So maybe today you'll have some extra prayer time. Prayer for those that you know need it. And prayer for yourself, just to be open and quiet before God as we continue to figure out Easter before the ascension, those 40 days where Jesus appeared to many. For our God reigns and is in conversation with us all the time. Mike and Shelley, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning. Blessings to you too. Lynn, good morning. Darlene and Fran. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for hitting the share button. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his arms enfold you with his love. May his hands uplift you with his strength. May his cross lead you in his peace. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Have a happy Easter week. What a great Sunday it was to worship with all of you. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. God bless.